Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is an absolutely beautiful night here in the city of Chicago, the Windy City. Guys, I know this is irrelevant to the video, but I'll move out of here in about 6 or 7 weeks. I'm gonna miss this place so much, man. It makes this video that much deeper to me. So it's just so dramatic for no reason. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking Chicago Bulls. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for daily NBA content. If you want more Bulls videos, go ahead, drop a comment down below if you enjoy it. So I'm going through all the teams right now, essentially in the NBA, and I think that the Chicago Bulls, I do see some long-term, I'm not alerting church elders to say, like, yeah, we got some issue on our hands. But when you really break down the Bulls roster after last season, it makes sense. It makes sense that we're like above average, middle of the pack, if that makes sense. I was actually going through, Bleacher Report dropped an article ranking every team starting five. Here's the Chicago Bulls starting five: Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. But this is what I want you guys to do right now. Pause this video, or I'm going to keep talking for a couple seconds. What do you, out of all 30 teams in the league, where would you rank that starting five, that specific exact starting five? I know we have an injured Lonzo Ball. I understand this, but just, devil's advocate, wrong word choice. Just to play hypothetical here, what would you rate out of 30 the Bulls offense? Because Bleacher Report gave them an 18. Or sorry, not the offense. Bro, we're making a lot of mistakes in today's video. Thankfully, I don't have too much of a Chicago Bulls audience, which is super shitty because I live here in Chicago and I should be making daily Bulls videos if we're being real here, because I got a lot to say. So maybe, if you're a Bulls fan, support the page. They have them 18th, bro. And I don't think the Chicago Bulls are the 18th best starting five in the NBA. I mean, we're much more, I would start getting to the top 10 era. But I can understand why some people are concerned with this upcoming season for the Chicago Bulls. So, once again, I think Andre Drummond, I think Goran, I think Dalen, you retained Derrick Jones Jr., retained Zach LaVine. All five of those were money moves, all right? The one big loss, it's not even loss, that's like my point here, is the one loss of the season, or offseason, was Troy Brown Jr. I was very hopeful for TBJ when we first got him, but it never panned out. It's as simple as that. It just never panned out. So, as unfortunate and unideal as that is, it's all right. It's all good. I get the defensive worries. You have DeMar DeRozan, who is coming off a stellar year. All right, now we're going to use the word devil's advocate properly. So to play devil's advocate with the downsides of the Chicago Bulls are you have probably one of the worst defenders, if not the worst defender at his position in DeMar DeRozan. Now, DeMar just had a career MVP-esque season. People are giving him way too much crap saying there's going to be a huge drop-off. There is no way. He is so talented. He is so good. There is no way that he just had, and he didn't suffer some big catastrophic injury. There's no way he just drops off a cliff. Now, by the time his contract's over with the Chicago Bulls, yes, maybe. Yes, there will probably be some decline. But we don't need DeMar DeRozan to necessarily play like LeBron James, right? I mean, really what we need to do is stay healthy. We really need to stay healthy, and we need to improve our defense. I don't know if the Bulls are done in this offseason. Let the record show. I don't know if the Bulls are done. I don't know. Maybe they feel confident with Simonovic. I said his name wrong, and I'm about to sneeze. Videos all over the place today, man. That's Chicago for you. We're all over the place. Does that make sense? Not really. Point being is this. If the Bulls stay healthy, we're fine. We're going to make the playoffs regardless, actually. Bulls are pretty deep. Bulls are super deep. The signings of Derrick Jones Jr., Alex Caruso, I'm talking bench mob guys. Last season, I understand we saw why we got both of those cats, but since we were never really fully healthy, especially once like halfway through the season came in, we were, it just kind of was brutal. I don't think we fully have appreciated what those two cats add to our squad. And so this year you get a great rebounder and a good just presence, solid rim protector, solid big body to just have down below in the paint. He can use his physical body in Andre Drummond, and then you have Goran, who honestly, Lonzo's injury, it doesn't look great as far as they don't seem overly optimistic. The Bulls front office, AK, they don't seem too optimistic about him even being there for training camp or for possibly even being there for the start of the season. So I think Goran is actually perfect. He's actually perfect. I would imagine Kobe White eventually gets traded if Lonzo Ball comes back fully healthy and is producing at an efficient level, or at least is just producing and you're seeing the flashes once he comes back from injury. Because Goran is a guy who, and he said this about the Nets, he's a team player. Goran is a solid, even at this point in his career, at this age, he's a solid 13-3-3, starting or coming off the bench. So we have him, we do have Io, we do have Kobe as for now, and we also, you got Dalen. Like, you have enough to make it work. You got Caruso, you got enough to make it work. So I think Goran was a phenomenal move, absolute phenomenal move. Dalen Terry, while some people might view it as a reach, I'm very big on him. I'm very, very big on Dalen Terry. But this upcoming season, there's going to be a lot on the line here, all right? And I want to see several things. Lonzo Ball, all I want to see from Lonzo Ball is healthy. And I will stand by this statement, what I'm about to say. The Boston Celtics would have won the championship this past season if Lonzo Ball was their point guard. I think that's how critical of a three-point shooter can score on his own, but mainly facilitates, mainly playmakes for his teammates, gets the offense going, can defend greatly. Like, Lonzo Ball is kind of the jack of all trades. And so if he can just stay healthy, same thing honestly applies to Patrick Williams. If Patrick Williams, his first step is staying healthy, but his second step is trying to get to that next level. Because could you imagine Patrick Williams, who, by the way, was a almost 50% three-point shooter once he returned at the end of the season? He was almost 50% three-point shooter. He can defend at a elite level already. That's the big draw with Patrick Williams. It's been the big draw with Patrick Williams. If he can get his offense to like 15 points per game, that does so much for Chicago. But what we really want and we really love about Patrick Williams is his defense. And when you have Vucevic, who is a brutal defender, and you have DeMar DeRozan, who's a brutal defender, and guys, stats back this up, I'm not trying to be a DB, two brutal defenders out there, you need guys who can defend at a high level. And so that's why I like moves like Andre Drummond. I like retaining DJJ. I like that we have Caruso. I like Lonzo. We're in the right direction. AK's goal was never to win a championship first season. This is a process. And they value content. Oh my God, I feel like I'm about to go on a bad coughing fit for no reason. The Bulls valued continuity. And, you saw it this offseason. And who knows what's going to happen next year. We'll probably be in a little bit of a lockout, and the CBA will probably go into effect, and you're going to see salaries rise incrementally, like crazy, eye-popping, let me stand up numbers, just like we saw in 2016. So I think Chicago, for the future, I think we have the perfect mix of kind of veterans with Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic. You have your young stars, superstars in Zach LaVine, and I guess throw out the word young and throw in DeMar DeRozan in the star list. And then you also have, and I'd actually throw Lonzo in there. I think he still kind of technically has to cement himself as a legitimate, really good basketball player just because he's got to stay healthy. But I'm a little biased. I think he's already done that. He's already proven that he can compete at this high level. Like, he's only improving. Lonzo Ball's only improving. That's all he's done since he's got to the NBA is improve. Level up his game. So it may feel like there's a lot of moving parts going on right now, and people might worry about Vucevic and DeMar DeRozan, their longevity or just their future with the Chicago Bulls, but that's not something that worries me. It really isn't, especially with the draft pick of Dalen Terry this year. We had a great draft last year with Ayo. Who knows? Maybe Marco gets a run this year with the Bulls. I don't know what's going to happen. But all in all, I would say the Chicago Bulls offseason, honestly, I think it was a lot better than some may have anticipated. But I'd probably go in that B. I think I'd go in the B range. I don't think you could go B minus. But I also, B plus might seem like it's stretching it a little bit. So I'd go with a B. Go ahead, drop a comment down below. What would you grade the Chicago Bulls offseason this year? I think they're going to make the playoffs. I have us probably somewhere between the 3 to 6 seed. That's my guess. 3 being optimistic, 6 being kind of doomsday. So maybe 4 and 5 right there in the median. But we'll see what happens. Drop any Bulls comments, any comments you got down below. I love reading them and responding to you guys. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys later. Peace.